Can you can each person say their name, because I'm recording this? So can you say your name just as you say the prophecy?
Okay, Matthew, I'm going to give you a word first because I know that you're a man after God's own heart, but I also sense that you've been much maligned in your past, very, very badly misunderstood. You are a very unique kind of person, but a very loving, very generous kind of person, and a man with deep, deep feelings that can be hurt, but tries to hide them. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Sometimes I can almost see you sitting back on a recliner with a cap over, a hat over your face, just to shut the world out and just leave you alone. But other times, you are very forthright, very forthgiving. You're intensely honest. You have a fear of the Lord that would forbid you from ever trying to manipulate a word for somebody. I think it's very, very important to you that the word is always true. You have, I know that you've written lots of books, and you're very generous with those, but you haven't written your biggest book yet. The biggest one is yet to come, and it's going to have the biggest story, the biggest pages, the biggest everything. It's going to have the biggest success because it's going to touch so many lives, and it's not a book that you're expecting to write. You don't even know anything about it right now, I don't think, but it's there, and you are going to write it. And God is going to be well pleased. And that's what I have for you, my friend.
Thanks.
So who wants to go after me?
I will.
I have a word too
Kristen.
after her.
I'm sorry. Matthew, I also saw a book. There's a new book coming, and it will be very creative, and you're writing it. You're not typing on the computer. And I just feel like this is going to be different from any of the other books that you've written. There's going to be a creative flow to it. Not that there weren't the other books, but there's going to be some new level of, I want to say, an artistic or a creative level to this book that is new to you. And I don't know if this means that there will be illustrations in this book, but there's going to be something new. And I just feel like you're just going to write, and the words are just going to come, and this will be from God through you to his people. God bless you.
Okay, Barbara, would you like to go next?
Okay, I wrote it down in my book here. Matthew, I see you as a teacher, a minister, a speaker. You have knowledge of truth. You have good judgment. You're spiritual, and you're waiting on God's timing. God bless you, Matt.
Okay, who would like to go next? Harry, do you have a word for Matthew? Or Red? Darlene?
I'll go. You guys be thinking. Matt, I see you outside. I see you in a tent. I don't know if you go camping, but I see you in a tent. And for some reason, I'm seeing there's two trees and there's a piece of rope, like clothesline, between the trees. I have no idea what that means. But you're in this tent, and there's other people around in their tents. It's some kind of a spiritual get-together. I don't know if it's a camp out, or if it's a place to go and minister. But I just sense that you're at this campground somewhere, and you're in a tent by yourself, and the other people all have their own tents by themselves. It's not a lot of people right by you, but there's a lot of other people close by who are also camping there. But you're in a small group of people camping, and there's a campfire in the middle of your tents. I just think, I really don't know what I'm seeing, but that it's going to be very profound what happens there. There's going to be a connection there. There's going to be a healing there. There's going to be something profound is going to happen. I don't know if you go camping or if you've ever been, but I just see you as part of this small group within a larger group. It's woodsy, but the ground is not. I see pine trees. I don't even know if there's any pine trees where you live, but I see pine trees. And the ground is kind of bare. It's not like grass. It's like dirt with some pine needles here and there and stuff. You're in the mountains, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly why I'm seeing this. It's odd. I usually know what I'm seeing. But I do, it's going to be like a time of epiphany for you, Matt. It could be a spiritual place rather than a physical, but I think it's physical. I don't know. That's what I saw. Don't understand it all, but something very profound is going to happen in your life, and has something to do with this place that I see, spiritual or physical. But like I said, I think it's a physical place. There you go.
Thanks.
Does that make any sense to you?
I don't.
Really weird to me.
I don't go camping very often at all, but I'm sure that if it's not a physical place, that it's got a spiritual meaning for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in my head, and if I get any more, I'll let you know.
I don't know if I heard you right because I was actually putting laundry in while I was listening to you. But all of a sudden I saw like I don't know if you're familiar with them, but I am, coming from being a coal miner's daughter. I'm used to seeing stuff like this. We had mountains of coal and shale that came from the coal, that was sourced from the coal. And it was all dumped in great big piles, and they were like mountains. They got so high sometimes. And when you were talking about the ground, did I hear you say like a barren ground? A ground? I don't know.
Yeah, it looked like there were some pine needles on the ground, but it was kind of just dirt they were camping on. You know, like a dirt floor, but not leaves and soft grass. More just like pine needles, like it was an established place or something for a campground.
When you said that, I saw underneath the ground, and I saw coal. And coal in England is known as black diamonds. It's known as diamonds. Coal used to be the industry in that area, along with shipbuilding. But coal is very highly sought after, and it will be more sought after in the future. I didn't know that, Lord. That just came out of my mouth. Wow. Anyway, and it's like what I sense the Lord is saying about that is, Matthew, that there's a lot buried in you. There's diamonds in you. There's not just gold. I mean, we walk on streets of gold in heaven. This is more precious than that. There's diamonds in you, nuggets in you that have not been dug out of the ground yet. That you don't even know are there, but God is going to bring them out. And when you're in this place, God is going to show you, and people are going to see, and it's got a lot to do with writing and teaching. There is so much inside of you that's actually untapped. And I sense that if you were given the pulpit every week, you could preach a new sermon every week without even having to do any studying. That's how much of the word there is in you, that you could pull a word out of a hat, and it would be just like saying, okay, Lord, here I am. The microphone's in my hand. To you be glorified, because I have nothing to say without you. And the Lord would just fill your mouth, and out would the words come. And I can just really see that, and it came because of Sheila's word.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the diamonds in you. There's pure gold in you. And diamonds, coal is very deep. We have to go a mile and a half down to get to the coal under the North Sea, and 4 miles out sometimes. You know, it's very, very deep. And but God brings it to the surface, just like the ponies used to bring the coal to the surface, pulling carts behind them. Then they had little trains later on, and they used to have little budgerigars in cages that they used to put in the trains with them, because if there was any gas about, the first thing that would die would be a budgerigar, and if that budgie was dead, then they knew there was gas loose, they needed to get out before there was an explosion, you know. It was so deep, and I know that the diamonds in you are very, very deep, and people are not conscious that they're there, but God knows they're there, because He placed them there, and He is going to bring them out in Jesus' name. Oh God, I can actually see you with your name on like a big stone thing, like in honor of you, you know, like when somebody makes a playground or a garden or a park or something in honor of or in memory of, you know. I could see that with your name on it.
When you said that, I see your name. I saw a brass plate with his name on it on a door.
Yep.
That's funny.
Wow.
Awesome. Okay. Anybody else got a word for Matthew? If not, I want some feedback from our brother.
I have something for Matthew.
Shit, I was waiting for you. You're off.
Thanks.
Who's this? Who's this?
Harriet.
Harriet.
Right.
Earlier today, I was just I was moving about, doing some things, and Matthew came to mind, and I saw an elephant, and the elephant was just packed down with equipment, like for a concert, and but you were in a caravan, and the caravan, it was all of the people who was going to be on this program or this whatever it was going to be, and you all were moving forward to that place wherever it was going to be. But Matthew, you were the main attraction, and your elephant just had all kinds of instruments and just all kinds of things, and it was all on one side. And on the other side, when you reached your destination, and you went, and the men were coming, and they were taking all of your equipment and stuff off to take it into the building. But the other side, you told them, don't touch the other side. And you went to the other side, and it was like saddlebags, like great big bags on the other side. And when you opened it, it was coins and jewels of every kind, diamonds, rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. And you took it and you started giving it to the people, all of those, to the little children running around, and wherever you were, it was a very poor place, and you were giving it out, and the people were just saying thank you, thank you, thank you, and that's what I sense. That's what I sense in spirit, Matthew, that you are such a giver. You're such a giver, not just of wisdom, but of yourself. And also, God is going to give you an overflow so that you can just be able to bless people physically and mentally and spiritually, emotionally, all of those things. And if you recall, we were talking the other day about a condition that you said you had, and the Lord told me, I sensed that Holy Spirit told me to tell you